You're watching Training Camp with Adam Marburger, exclusively on CBT News.
Welcome to Training Camp exclusively on CBT News. I'm your host, Adam Marburger. I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a black belt in F&I. This show's designed to help automotive professionals enhance their operations and ultimately earn the rank of black belt. Today's segment, we're going to talk about prejudging. We are not to prejudge the transaction, all right? There's a lot of times we get in our own way, we get frustrated, we get a cash deal right before close. Maybe it's the last day of the month, we get a lease with a buy-sell money factor, followed by 2 cash deals, followed by an outside lien cash deal. I understand, I'm human and I'm a recovering F&I manager, so I understand the frustrations. But here's one thing that we cannot do. We cannot prejudge the transaction. First thing we can't do ever is get mad at our salesperson because the customer decided to transact the way they wanted to transact. I see F&I managers across the country, they get down in the daubers whenever a salesperson hands them a cash deal. We can never, ever, ever get upset with our sales team due to the way that our client wants to transact. We need to embrace the transaction for what it is. It's an opportunity to help a customer, and it's an opportunity to make some income for the dealership and your family. So number one, let's not beat up on our salespeople because our customer decided to transact the way they wanted to transact. Number two, never skip a step in your process. There's a reason why your process is written. There's a reason why you were trained on your process. Hopefully there's somebody holding that process accountable. Never ever for 1 second skip a part of the process. Because you know what? If it is a cash deal, those are a little more difficult, we would say, right? Don't you think it's a good idea that we follow our road to sale? Don't you think it's a great idea that we get involved early in the transaction to make a great first impression? So when the objection comes, because it will, we can handle it with common sense and logic because the consumer likes us and somewhat trusts us. Never for 1 second, for 1 day, ever skip a part of your process. There's a reason it's there. Number three, treat every customer like they are a guest in your own home. See, there's a big difference between service and hospitality. See, service is the thing that we do, and hospitality is the way we make people feel when we're doing the thing that we do. So it's critical that we treat our customers like they are guests. It's about them. We spend as F&I managers 5, 10, 12 transactions a day. Our customer buys a vehicle sometimes every 4, 5, 7, 10 years. We forget that sometimes. They are the superstar. They are the actor in our show, in our movie. We need to treat our customer like they are a guest in our own home. We need to be more urgent to serve than we are to sell. Next, we need to focus on the deal that's in front of us. All right? Pay no attention to the deal we just delivered. Pay no attention to the deal that's coming up next. We need to get laser beam focused on the transaction at hand. All right? We obsess about PVR far too often. Your PVR is a mathematical equation. At the end of the month, we're going to take your total gross profit divided by the retail transactions, and it's going to spit out what your PVR is. If you want to increase your PVR, focus on the transaction in front of you and not the transaction behind you and not the transaction ahead of you. Let's get laser beam focused, help our customer, and serve them like they are guests in our own home. So if we do not prejudge transactions, if we treat people well, if we don't skip any steps, and we don't beat up on our salespeople for the way our customer decided to pay, you're going to have a healthy F&I department. It's going to be profitable, and we're going to enhance the buying experience for the retail customer, and that's what it's really all about. I want to thank you for spending some time here today and Training Camp exclusively on CBT News. Remember, if nothing changes, nothing changes. We must take action in our stores. We must be willing to invest in training and development. Remember this here, fights are not won in the ring, fights are not won in the cage. Fights are won in training camp. Let's get to work, guys.
Thanks for watching Training Camp with Adam Marburger, exclusively on CBT News.